Clash. Welcome back to a brand new Skyland realm video. Woo! August 2025, the brand new hero, the same meta. It is going to be intense, so let's jump straight into it. Let's do it. Here we go. Let's get it. Thumbs up, subscribe, be greatly appreciated, and become elite. Click the first link in the description to join the Elite Empire. Brand new content for Elite Empire members only, plus triple entries in the Elite Wars for Abyss artifacts or a max out Abyss artifact. Just saying. So join the Elite Empire. You don't want to miss out, trust me. Don't be that guy or gal, trust me. Here we go, baby. So when it comes to Skyland Realm, for those who are kind of new, I do go over this every single video. Very simple. When it comes to the beginning, you're going to want to keep one of the S heroes, usually the Kitty Cat or Merciful Tree Spirit. You get that attack / speed or attack skill damage depending on what hero it is. And you can work your way up, you know, level 1 through level 4. And then your strategy will change a little bit. As you can see right now, we're deleting everything but the Kitty Cat. Got to keep one item, and I think she's the perfect item to keep. And then going on to good old round trace, baby. Let's go. Actually, it says battle. Okay, yeah. Obviously, I'm hands-free right now. It's pre-recorded. And you get that claw, baby. Let's go. Now, when it comes to this strategy, there's multiple strategies you can choose, but I choose this one because it's like high risk, high reward. You know, I want to get the most amount of coins, and then when it comes to the final round, you can just sit there with 500, 600, 700 coins and try to go for the top 6 heroes you want. However, you know, come round 1, 2, or 3, if you pull a good S+ hero, Sonia, Rose, whatever, Crimson Queen, one of those heroes, you can just take them and just dominate the whole game. Get rid of the S hero Kitty Cat or Merciful Tree Spirit or whatever, or Denise, and go with that S+ hero, as you can see right now what we're doing. And right now we're trying to build up, and we're round 3 or whatever. You don't need much to defeat these rounds. About round 4 is when you want to start pulling, you know, good Abyss artifacts, you know, good defensive hero here and there. But even with this lineup, I don't need to do all this. I guarantee I would win with like maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 heroes. As you can see, I think we're only gonna go with 5 heroes. Do we lose this? No, we definitely win this. I'm pretty sure we win this. You know, yeah, we crushed easy. Too easy. Now we're gonna sell everything except for Rose. Now, Rose isn't going to be in the final lineup. Trust me, there's only one hero that you need in the final lineup, or you're going to be screwed. You're going to be like, oh man, I can't get to the top 20. You probably get to like top 10. But I highly recommend you're going to want to go for Sonia. Sonia is the #1 hero in the game, PvP-wise. And, dude, she is just a destructive force of nature. Tree Spirit, just saying. So she's the #1 priority when it comes to Skyland Realm. And we'll be talking about the brand new hero here shortly. And, you know, it's no secret that the last few months, you know, the Hero Clash devs, whoever's in charge, has been making terrible decisions. I know I've been reading on social media. A lot of you guys aren't happy with what's going on. However, I won't be talking about that too much in this video. I do have a video coming later this week where we're going to address some of the major issues, you know, the elephant in the room of what's been going on and the terrible decision making. And for those who don't know what's going on, stay tuned. However, we're going to talk about the new hero a little bit. And the new hero has been getting crucified, you know, from the community, and I do want to defend the new hero. The new hero is good, but the way the new hero is presented due to the Hero Clash devs is absolutely atrocious. Imagine hearing about the biggest great white shark, you know, ferocious, you know. Obviously this is an analogy, you know. You hear about this big, great white shark, you know, it's dominating, you know, it's dang near top of the food chain or whatever. And then the display is of the shark in the desert. And you expect it to beat a lion, or you expect it to eat an elephant. You know, it's just stupid, you know. It's a surreal, stupid thought. And just that, I had to use that analogy to express the mistakes that have been made within Hero Clash, and I'm not sure if it's a dev thing. Me personally speaking, I have no idea what's going on inside Hero Clash at the dev level and above. I have no idea. I can only assume based on the actions that are being taken by them. And I'm going to tell you one thing from what I know about these big corporations, these companies, etc. And it's usually the ones in charge are the ones that have no idea what's going on. I guarantee the ones calling the shots, they have no idea what these heroes do or anything. I guarantee they would be like, what's the game we're in control of again? Hero Slash? Oh, Hero Clash. Oh, okay, yeah. What do we need to prove again? I'm not making this up either. Y'all think I'm crazy. No, trust me. I know how this game works. Not Hero Clash, but I know how the system works. And it's not looking good right now. And, you know, me personally, I don't think it's a dev issue. I think it's whoever's in charge. It's them. Just saying. So if I was the owner of Gusher Games, I would be cracking down. But, you know, when you make billions of dollars, you know, it's $1 million game, you know, I know it is what it is. But anyways, moving on to good old Skyland Realm. The greatest game mode ever. Oh, there goes Crimson Queen, but we don't need her for the end. Right now, we're looking for Sonia. You know, we're looking for Nynx. We're looking for Kataras. He does play a crucial role. And I'll actually be giving some tips and tricks as well as we get closer to the end. We've got 200 coins left. No biggie. And like I said, the goal is to pull Sonia. However, there are a few great lineups to go with when it comes to being in the top 3. And in this video, you're going to see the top 3, Trinity in the top 3. Literally, all 3 accounts in the top 3. First place, second place, third place. I actually decided to test, you know, one change here, one change there, etc. And we're going to go over that as we get to the end of the video as well. Another hero you're going to want to focus on is good old Souls, because he reduces the attack speed of the enemy. Doing that means you are set up to have a higher speed than your enemy, and you're going to want Sonia to go first. Yes, you can end the game in round 1 or the beginning, or dang near the beginning of round 2 if you have the correct team, right? So there she goes. Boom, Sonia with Devil's Claw. That is the #1 move. Now you're probably curious, why have so many Abyss artifacts? You want to collect all the Abyss artifacts because as you take them out of rotation, if one pops up, well, guess what? The one you want will most likely pop up. That's one of my strategies. So then, as I wind down on coins, you know, we pulled Nynx just a couple seconds ago, and you know, you see Lance there. I'm like, I don't need to get that anymore because I already have the artifacts I need. I think everything except one. I think it's Devil's Wings. I promise you, Devil's Wings is extremely crucial. 100%. Yes. That's what I'm looking right now. I'm like, oh, man, I need the wings. I need the wings, yo. Next on the list that is extremely crucial is going to be Valk. Because you're going to get that plus 45% attack. You're going to get that plus 45% speed. Extremely crucial. Just saying. And we just cannot pull her. We should pull her very, very soon. There goes Devil's Heart, too. I was trying to think of like a Devil's Heart combination. That would be great. But, dude, Sonia's just too strong. I can't create... As of right now, I'm unable to create a defensive team that survives where my offensive heroes survive the enemy's offensive heroes, right? I do have one strategy. I tested out, and it halfway worked. But... we'll talk about that with the Elite Empire, though. Yeah, become elite! Less than $2 a month will get you all the great content. Just saying. Don't limit yourself. Just saying. So, yeah. However, there's a lot of great strategies. There's at least 3 to 4 great strategies that will get you to first place. And then when you get up there to the top 3, it's all rock, paper, scissors, depending on which strategy you choose, right? So right now I'm looking like, what should we put on her? We could put a Holy Horn. However, Holy Horn's not the move because Sonia is just extremely strong. I think it's just overkill, you know? It's like taking a shotgun to a house fly. It's just unneeded, you know? Just grab the zapper, you know? Grab one of those square things, you know? That's all you gotta do, use the wings. So we are moving closer to the end. Let's go. Doop 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 doop. There goes Crimson again, yo. She keeps popping up. She's good, but she's just not first place material because of Sonia. Now there are some strategies where you can have like 2 or 3 offensive heroes, but I don't know. There goes that good old curse book. We got 5 heroes. We got the wings. I'm like, I may get rid of those. Maybe we can pull a different hero. Come on, baby. Anything will do. I'm like, why would I get the kitty cat? I don't need the kitty cat. Just keep looking. See what we get. 7-5. I was like, oh, let's go. Boom. You already know I'm going to get rid of Devil's Heart. Easy peasy lemon squeezy cake doodles. Nynx is going to get the Dragon Scale. And then Orchard Spirit's going to get the wings. So we're pretty solid. Now I'm thinking, what can we do with this lineup? You know, what else can we go for? I was like, we really don't need the horn. So yeah, I get rid of the horn, and I get him just to be on the safe side, just in case we don't pull anything right here, and boom. Well, you know what? We can rock it out with this lineup, yo. We could rock it out. We're missing a few artifacts, but we have the essential Abyss artifacts, right? So here we go, here we go, here we go. We don't have Katara's, which is very crucial because Katara's has taunt, or whatever it's called, where Sonia will attack him. And, well, everyone's drawn to attack him first. That's one of his abilities. And so obviously we're going to win that. But this account should struggle in the top 3, I believe. We'll see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, we lost that one. I'm like, oh, well, I already know what the weakness is. No biggie. So getting your way up to the top, you just got to avoid those who know the weakness, right? Does it ever happen to y'all where it just spins, you know, no connection, knowing you have connection, you know? Weird, yo. So I'm looking, I'm like, up, crush them. Crush them, yo. Crush them. Yeah. At this point in the game, I'm able to identify, like, what teams I could crush, you know? Looking. I'm like, yep, I'm going to crush. I'm going to crush them, yo. Even though we lost one hero right there. It is what it is. So now I'm looking like, can we get top 3? Can we get top 3, yo? Boom. Top 3. Let's go. Now I'm like, you know what? Let me test this out. Let me go against myself. This is where it gets really good. So here we go. First place, me. Second place, me. And then third place, me. Let me battle myself. What happens? And as you can see, only 4 million damage, which means I'm not doing any damage. That means my Trinity Jax account has a great lineup. OMG. Not the greatest, but it's enough to stop me in my tracks. You know, me stopping me in my tracks, yo. So now we go up to the first account, and still only 4 million damage, right? So then I thought, let's watch it, yo. What is going on? What's happening with my Sonia? It's always good to know how you lose. Like, yeah, you can play rock, paper, scissors, just go in there, try to get lucky, blah, blah, blah. But nah, that's not fun. Let's figure out why we lost. So, obviously, enemy me has good old Ice. And Ice is definitely part of the puzzle when it comes to the counter of Sonia. Because if you can get Ice to use erosion through luck on Nynx, then that means Nynx will lose energy and won't be able to trigger Sonia. And Sonia's crushed, you know. Enemy Sonia, my Sonia crushed my Sonia. Yeah, that erosion is extremely deadly, though. It really is, man. That erosion is extremely deadly, 100%. So that's definitely going to be a good lineup to go with. If you have someone in your server range in Skyland Realm that is using these very similar lineups, I highly recommend going with Ice as a good debuff, 100%, right? And we'll talk about more strategies in the future when it comes to the Elite Empire. I promise you, become elite, join the Elite Empire. I promise you, it's going to be intense. Greatness manifested.